I pushed a button.
Oh, snap.
A button today. And my hair looks pretty crazy.
Crazy.
I pushed a button and my hair is crazy. I was like, oh, nobody can see that I even have hair. And then I fluffed it up and now it looks like...
now it's all hair?
Now it looks like I slept in it for 3 days and took the braids out. And then went to a party and then wore it in a bun yesterday.
Yeah, but like you did it on purpose like that. It's like the tousled look, whatever they call it, right?
Looks like bathtub hair.
The wet look.
Watch me freak out from this thing on my neck later.
Is that a thing?
When I forget that it's there.
Just freak out.
Oh shit, there goes the cat. Oh, I see you, beastie. Shaking that ass.
I'm shaking that ass.
Shaking that ass.
Meowing that ass.
Shaking that ass.
Meowing that ass.
I see you, Salty, sniffing that ass. Oh, and giving it a lick. Come on, you guys. It's trying to do a podcast here.
All right, ready?
Uno, dos, tres. Welcome back to Bilingual Thingles.
Ooh, that's all we can do. Bilingual cast.
Oh, I'm too close to my camera. Just watching the dog sniff the cat's butt. But what are you guys doing? What you up to?
It was entertaining.
You know, people want to hear about that. That's why they tuned in.
I assume that's why they're like.
Welcome back to the.
I wonder how that cat butt's doing.
I
wonder if it's being sniffed.
Cat and dog friend. Oh God, the
bit.
cat's trying to attack the dog a little bit with just like one paw up.
He says, back to the butt.
He's like, don't sniff the front. It's not why I let you live here.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back
to the We Can't Pick a Title podcast. Ooh. BG over here.
And this is JT right here.
And here we are.
You know,
and
here we are.
We're here.
In studio.
And don't mind my hairdo. It looks like I have a tiny little bow on the top.
Nice.
There
Super
we go.
cute.
Like I shaved the top real short, and now I just like...
And you start doing the front like a pompadour like I do?
Put like a nice thing on there. Looks like I found some roadkill and tacked her on.
Can't be the only one. You can't be the only one with good hair. I gotta like...
Good.
Well, there you go. Done.
And we look fresh and ready.
Yay!
AM podcast. Barely AM podcast.
Slept in and I got a headache podcast.
Yeah. Slept in and he's got a headache podcast.
All right. She's
Anyways.
going on 3-4 days now. Headache-ish. Being back and forth.
I'm sorry, Jason.
Hey, that's okay. You know, you learn to manage it after a lifetime of headaches.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I can see why you wear the stretchy shorts. These are much more comfortable.
Yeah? Those are better?
Yeah. I realize I don't really have shorts. I have like some capris, but I don't really have shorts.
And I have lots of shorts that
Jason
don't fit me proper.
Mostly has shorts.
Or I just don't like the way they fit because they're uncomfortable and they... Ugh.
Yeah, he wears them on his hips like Shakira, and I wear them like up to my belly button.
Because my hips don't lie.
Because I have a tummy and a juicy butt.
Ooh.
So you kind of got to go up and over that. Otherwise, it's like here's your butt crack every time you are active.
You had me a juicy butt.
Yeah. So.
And I got no butt.
Yours is it's a little rounder.
Somehow, like, my back flares out more than my butt does even.
Sometimes.
It's sort of just like...
Depends on the poutine season. If it's poutine season, then your butt's... Yeah, it just drops off the back of the back and misses the butt completely.
But doesn't that... Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Because it builds up at the top.
Because everything builds up over it.
All the layers of upper poutine.
Yeah.
And back hair.
The love handles become, like...
Love panels.
Love panels.
Oh, you know, got to be good at stuff.
Love drywall.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, all right. Cheers to beers.
Fitness.
Cheers to water.
Fitness, poutine in my mouth.
I have been doing a little bit of workouts. And
yeah, you actually been doing some workouts and
riding,
walk.
Stationary bike riding.
Yeah, it was hurting your dick and balls or taint or something.
Yeah, all of the above. It's sort of...
It's like a...
It's more like, you know, you got your taint in the middle.
And people do, yeah.
Like right in the middle of the road.
And for people that don't know what that is, it's between your Balsacchia and your pooper hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
The perineum, they call it. In we had a whole episode about it. It was one of our first episodes, actually, I think.
I know, when you were talking about actually riding the real bike.
Oh, right. And hurt my perineum doing that, right.
Yeah.
So same diff here. It's like, and it's not even so much that, it's like the bone between each leg. Like, I don't know what that is. But it, like, I shift to the left, and it's just like
I think that's the wiener.
It literally feels like it's just like grinding on there. It's like my inner pelvic area.
I thought people liked that when you grind on your inner pelvic area.
Well, not when it's like just straight seat to bone.
Not when there's like no looking in the eyes or anything.
Bone to seat. That's a whole other thing. That's a birthday backyard surprise. I don't know what you're doing.
Bone to seat. Bone to seat. Boone is a hand-to-mouth George Michael song.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's talking about the new generation. Jump on the wagon or they'll leave you behind. No one gives a shit about the rest of the nation. Like to help you, buddy, but I haven't got the time. Somebody call me baby.
I've never heard that song.
It's on the George Michael Faith album.
Oh, okay.
Just came out like a lot of years ago.
just came out like 35 years ago.
I listened to it on the weekend, so, or whatever days ago.
Yay.
Yeah.
George.
You were gone for a bit,
Jorge
so I was
Miguel.
like, oh yeah, George Michael. I like singing along to stuff, and so I'll put on like stuff that I listened to the tape like 600 times or something because it was one of the only ones. So Salty's
I like
roaming
George
around.
Michael. You don't have to not play it. Because I'm here.
I thought you didn't like him.
Oh, I don't
I
like
thought you were
George
like, he had that one earring that was too shiny.
It was a little shiny.
You know,
He was a little too tanned.
Hurt your eyes. And the stubble. The stubble
really
was
offended by all his
5 o'clock shadow.
Stunning. They're stunning. Whoa, there you go.
He was quite stunning.
Freudian slip
he
there.
He was a stunner.
Anyways, how's everybody out there doing? Hopefully you're doing awesome.
Hand to mouth. Hand to mouth. Hand to mouth.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
That's what the actual lyrics were.
I never heard that song.
And it's not to give a shit about the rest of the nation. I just couldn't remember the words, so I went in
that
hard.
seems harsh, but okay.
It was like the Limp Bizkit singing that one song.
Okay.
On,
the Chocolate Starfish?
oh, yeah, that's a good song, too, somewhat. No, like when he's singing, is it Old School? Or...
I don't know. Limp Bizkit?
I think that's who's singing it. It's like... You don't know he's like a wedding singer. Maybe it's like the Wedding Crashers or something. What is it?
Oh, yeah, it's not Limp Bizkit, but it's I can't remember what they're called.
But he throws in like some F-bombs like during like it's like a wedding song.
And then I need you now tonight. I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight. And then we'll hold on forever till the end of the night.
I really need you tonight.
I fucking need you tonight. He does like that. Yeah. And never's gonna stop tonight. I don't know. I got into singing the song and forgot to throw the F-bombs in there.
Yeah, I was noticing. I was like, where are we going? I'm going to join in.
I was just
either way.
psyched that I knew some of the lyrics.
Yeah.
That was great.
Was that Old School? Because it's at a wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Old School.
Yeah. They were on a few different of those shows because they were on Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, really?
As well. And, one or two others, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
The band?
Yeah, the band.
Played?
That band.
Oh, okay.
Step Brothers, I think they're on, too, the band.
Right.
Before the other band jumps up. Oh, no, that was a different parody band.
It's reaching down because he's being a good doggy. Okay.
That was the Billy Joel. Never mind. People don't care. We'll cut all this out anyway.
Yeah, cut all that out. I'm just feeding the dog treats at this point. Yeah, people care about that.
Just speaking of that song, I was listening to Slipknot the other day and really cranking it out because I was like, ooh, BG's gone. She doesn't like Slipknot. I'm going to play some Slipknot. Yeah. It just sort of popped into my head. I was like, okay, I will listen to some of that.
It's not that I don't like them. I have been to one of their concerts.
Oh, there you go. You know.
Yeah.
You're just sometimes not in that kind of mood.
Just
not the same with me and George Michael, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sometimes just not into. Sometimes just not that into.
Sometimes you don't want to know about the monkey on your back.
Well,
I was sure that song was about him having a monkey, like because George
an actual pet monkey.
Yeah, because like
Michael Jackson
had a monkey there for a while, so I was like, maybe George Michael also has one. I didn't realize it was like a drug reference or something. The monkey on his back. I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably. You know,
yeah, once I got singing the lyrics, I was like,
There was a joke on the Olympic highlights with Keenan and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was, what did Michael Phelps and Michael Jackson have in common?
I don't know.
They both blow bubbles. Because Bubbles is the name of his monkey.
Right.
And there was talk that there's inappropriateness
Bestiality
going on there.
stuff? Okay.
Which,
Okay.
I don't really think that was probably happening, but,
I don't. Yeah. Consenting monkeys doing what they want.
That's all that matters.
I don't know.
Consenting monkeys.
Just cut that.
Yeah.
This is a Quality Topics podcast so far today. How's everybody's August going, Did some firewood there?
My shoulder cramped up there a little bit. Drinking some water.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Time for some stretches. Maybe.
Had too much rum this last month?
Did too much wing chun working out.
Oh, that's what it is.
Started actually using my
Getting bulky?
workout materials over here.
Yeah. So maybe it's back muscles.
Yeah, just they're bulking up. Look at me.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe because you're
because my
bulky
muscles
like a
are
moose.
they're constricting my lungs. My muscles are so
Right.
big and muscly.
Okay. That's what helps
boisterous.
with the sleep apnea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm so muscular.
It's because I'm so muscular, doctor.
That's why, doctor.
Okay. They believe you.
Yeah. Oh, they're right into it.
They're like, really? Let me take some notes.
Oh, well, he must know. He must know more than I do. That's for
He
sure.
knows his body.
Yeah, exactly. He's lived in it this whole time.
I can hear that.
Doggy crunch.
There's a little dog eating his food. He only eats his food when you're not looking.
Don't look, everybody.
It's pretty cute.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah, he's pretty private about eating his food. Eating our food, that's different. He's like, yes, please, I'll sit and be cute.
Yeah. No, he's good with that. I did a test with him with hot dogs the other day. It was pretty good.
Yeah, hot dog test. I've
Hot
never
dog
heard of
test.
this. How does that
you've
work?
never done the hot dog test?
Not that not on purpose that I know of.
Wait, somebody might have been testing me with some hot dogs that I didn't know. There was cameras everywhere and people in lab coats.
Yeah.
And lots of hot dogs, but
It said free hot dogs. I was hungry.
free hot dogs.
I was
What are
like
you gonna
12. What are you going to do?
do? Yeah. Walk into a
Right after swimming. I mean, I was
danger.
hungry.
You got to be careful.
After swimming,
After
you're okay.
swimming.
You
Okay.
eat
Not
like
before.
Eat like crazy after swimming. This is before.
Yeah.
They don't.
That's a myth
I think the
anyway,
real thing is they don't want you to puke in the water.
That's definitely, for sure. Yeah, you get kids running around doing stuff.
Yeah, nobody's getting a cramp from swimming right after. They just don't want kids. Salty needs to come on the
coming up
couch.
there, bud?
Apparently, apparently. Okay. This is first time ever here, you guys. All right, welcome. He's like, how's that banana peel treat?
Hey,
you
bud.
guys? Hello.
How's it going? You want to come over
So
here?
Salty would like to join over. He's gotten a little bigger. He's this big now. Can you see him on Jason's?
Yeah, bud.
Yeah. He's turning out to be a good boy. Almost
A
one.
year-old, hey?
Almost.
Like a couple weeks away from...
He's like, don't, you
one-year-old.
guys, don't. Anyways, if you're on the YouTube, you could
Slinking back down.
see our little doggy friend Salty.
Yay!
He's like, I probably need a treat for that.
And I got a
Perfect.
cute
Why
little
is
shark
the
tail back
dog
here.
sniffing your shorts that I'm wearing?
I can't guarantee.
It's a back pocket.
Anything.
What do you got back there?
It's
You kids.
bacon.
Why are guys' pockets so much longer? I tried on Jason's pants, and my whole hand fit in there.
What
I
about
was
those
like,
ones,
It's a
though?
miracle.
Not those ones.
I zipped them up because they were gaping at the sides.
Oh,
they're
not even
stretchy.
those ones. You got to try the other ones on. They're like...
They're probably lady pockets.
Yeah, you couldn't get anything in there.
You put
know?
a toothpick in the bottom and then jab yourself with it later when you
Yay!
sit down.
That does seem fun.
Yeah, they're like, you can put your keys in there. I'm like, yeah, but they're going to fall out.
I could fit a tampon, maybe.
No wonder chicks got to carry a purse
Light flow.
or a pack.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's probably why.
That's what they're called, right?
'cause
Pack.
they-
Are you guys playing tug of war?
Yeah, he
It's
came
not
up to me with the
jiggly
rope.
at all. It's not even jiggly.
He came up to me with the rope, but I can't deny not playing with the doggy.
Oh my god, he's such a good dog.
He's a pretty good doggy.
He's such a good dog.
Such a good boy. Hey, we watched Shoresy.
We did watch Shoresy. That was really good.
Yeah, do people out there know? Seems like a lot of people still don't know about Letterkenny, let alone
Yeah,
Shoresy.
Canadian show,
You
eh?
know? Yeah, I guess not really
Canadian
super
show.
huge.
Eh?
Eh? They had like 7 seasons or whatever, though, of Letterkenny.
Yeah, it's great. When we started watching it, I think there was a full season out already, and the next season was coming. They used to do, for Letterkenny's done now, but it used to come out on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out on
actually,
Christmas Day, which
yeah.
was great for adults. that, maybe
adults who
don't have
kids hanging
little
around.
kids, or the Rugrats are off playing with their stuff and
Yeah, for sure.
wearing off their
Put on a show full of
turkey
swears.
or something. Yeah, and you can watch it. Small town.
Yeah, I don't
Show.
know. That's good.
Yeah, and Shoresy is like a spin-off of like one of the characters of a hockey player from the Letterkenny show.
Yeah.
And then he goes off, moves further north.
Yeah, it was such a weird spin-off from such a, not a nothing character, but, just a...
Yeah, it's one of the main characters also plays him, but you never see his face the whole time.
Yeah, the main actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's Will Sasso? No, what's the guy's name?
Kiso.
Queso?
Jared Kiso.
Queso. I was way off.
Yeah.
Will Sasso is somebody else, right?
Will Sasso's...
Is that a comedian or something?
Yeah, Will Sasso's from Mad TV.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the bigger guy. He was from Super Troopers 2 and
Yeah.
lots of other stuff.
Yeah, definitely not that fella.
Yeah. He's a lot bigger dude.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little thicker.
Yeah, I love Will Sasso. He's hilarious too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's we watched the new Shoresy, and it was a good season. It's only like 7 episodes long, so it's not very crazy.
Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah, I can't remember.
Worth a watch if you're into that kind of thing. If you're into like hacky and like quick wit, snappy comebacks,
Super fast.
and really cool fight scenes, and a little bit of love triangle drama, but not much.
It's super well done. Like if you were to see
It's
it
well
or
written, it's
hear
funny.
other people talking about it, you'd kind of be like, I don't know, not my
Yeah.
thing. But it's really well done, and it's, I don't know, the writing on it's really good, and
Yeah.
all the different characters, they really sort of flesh out as much as you can in a 20-minute show, and then, they really took the formula from Letterkenny, the fight scenes in Letterkenny, and really
And great music.
and poured it over to hockey, where they have just amazing music. Whoever does the music on that is just
Yeah.
they're
The
fucking
soundtracks
on
are
point.
really good.
And then they do like the slow-mo kind of stuff where they, see all the hockey players coming in, and just they do like
it's beautifully
really
shot.
long push-outs of the crowd and everybody, and they really get you into it. Yeah, it's really, really well done. Yeah,
Especially for a comedy.
and super fast, like the wit and the punchlines and whatever else you want to call them, the quips, I guess.
Yeah.
Just boom, 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 rapid fire. Like you almost have to go back and rewatch just to catch.
Yeah, it's
sorta
definitely
everything.
the kind of thing that if you enjoyed it once, you're going to enjoy it every other time you watch it, and you're going to keep
Yeah.
picking up stuff,
Other stuff.
especially knowing where the story's going.
Yeah.
Then too.
And I like, same with like Letterkenny. Sometimes, they would almost do like repeats of sort of jokes, but it's still, no matter how many times you watch it, it's still really funny. Like the jokes that they pick don't really get old. You know?
It winds up being like a character's kind of go-to or whatever. Like when I was in school, I did does a bear shit in the woods
Oh, right,
joke
yeah.
all the time.
Right,
like
right.
it kind of becomes that character's.
Right, good
Yeah,
call.
not saying that the same characters do the same jokes all the time, but there is like definitely callbacks to
That's
having
who they
done
are.
them before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way it's written, both the shows definitely pay homage to where it came from and being a YouTube Shorts thing. So
Right.
you can go on YouTube and look up Letterkenny Shorts.
Letterkenny Problems.
Letterkenny Problems,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like short little videos. And that's where it started and then became...
Yeah, for
then
sure.
It got money
That'd
for...
actually be a good way to start. Just watch a
Yeah.
few of those, and if you're into it, and be like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
You
like they
know?
do the alphabet one
Oh,
where
right.
it's like
Right.
they're
Right.
talking about...
Better.
Hock the haymaker.
Instantly.
Irk the idiot.
Jackass.
Out juke the jerk, out jab the joker, out jam the juice head.
Okay.
King Kong threw a karate kick that kind of caught you in the kisser.
Loser.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I don't
really
know.
hard to do.
Yeah.
Especially without it written in front of you. I think I could probably do it if I had it all written out.
It was read out and you practiced.
yeah, and exactly. Yeah, read it out like an actual script. But man, it's super rapid fire. Some of them.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Anyways.
got on a weird little Shoresy tangent there.
Yeah. Checking that out. Big Brother's been really good.
Oh yeah.
Still rooting for the same people?
Yeah, hey.
Or who do you think? Who would you like to see to get to the end? I don't even know everybody's
'cause
names yet.
It's weird because I don't have like a favorite that I'm like, oh, I want them to win.
Yeah.
I have ones that I think will go to the end.
Yeah.
And then there's ones that I thought will probably make it to the end, but not so much anymore because they've now sort of really made themselves known and public and ego and lots of other things popping up. And
Yeah.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. There's
his ego, and he's just showing them a real threat now.
well, and like Cedric too, when
know.
Cedric was
Yeah.
he like younger fella, he's like a military intelligence kind of guy on Big Brother, and he's he really like talks different than I'm used to, like throws his hands up at you like
really
butter, butter,
animated. Hey guys, what are we gonna do with this thing? What the AI arena?
But then he's like quiet and calm and chill and almost insecure and like getting
super polite.
Yeah, very, very polite and considerate, which is the lovely side of him.
Yeah.
And then he gets a win and then is like, who is this little puke? And then I'm like, oh, right, you're like 25 or something like
and
that.
just excited and jacked up. And,
just won. And it's all, and I know it's all edited for TV and stuff. But
and I think he just comes from a really like polite background in the military. Like he says, Miss Julie.
Yeah.
He says, sir, ma'am, stuff like that
I think
a lot of times.
a lot of that's the military part too.
Yeah, for
probably
sure.
has good manners from at home, but
Yeah,
you gotta. There's a certain when you're joining the military and that, and you step away from it, and you say that you've been in the military or any part of those organized places, that there's a certain level of respect that you're supposed to have for people and candor and
for sure.
that.
Yeah.
Angela's simmered down a bit in there. She's like the older gal, which she blew
So
up
fake.
the game in the beginning, and then she's like trying to cry at everything and be all crazy.
I can't do her face.
Yeah, but there's a couple of underdogs like T-Core and Nemo. Chemo. I don't know why I can't remember that Nemo. we had a horse named Chemo.
Oh,
so.
not Nemo?
No.
Yeah, not T-Core?
Yeah, so they're kind of like on their own, but then they've like sort of found each other, and they're quietly playing the game, but because they're a 2-vote, even though they're not a couple, they're still like matched up in the game.
Yeah.
Seems like they're really like strategizing, and it was neat to see people actually strategize this week, because it's so weird after the AI arena and then they have to vote right away after.
Yeah.
There's no time in between, really. Like, I mean, there's a couple of minutes or whatever, so people didn't know, so they would just come back in, and then everybody would hug and stand around until it was time to vote.
Yeah.
And Cedric this time was like, I'm gonna campaign, and like came back and then campaigned heavy and hard, which I don't think helped him, because it was coming off a bit aggressive and stuff.
Well, and because the first time that they did it, she literally says, you have 60 seconds to try to strategize or campaign a little bit. Yeah. And then the time after that...
I don't think they heard her, because everybody was talking.
laughing and talking and cheering or hugging and everything else.
Yeah, like, so-and-so won the arena. Or Tucker.
Yeah.
Tucker just kept winning it.
So then the next one after that, she said, we'll give you some time to strategize and campaign and do whatever
and because
you need
it's
to do.
live, they don't know really how much time they have unless it's good.
And then this time she said something like, we'll give you a few minutes.
Yeah.
Sort of. So I think it was like, now we actually... Because I think 60 seconds, you're like, I can't even go to the other room and back in 60 seconds.
Yeah. You could still make a connection with somebody, though, like...
Yeah.
Pull them aside really quick. I mean, there's a lot of talking that can be done in 60 seconds.
Well, and what ends up happening a lot of times is they hug, real quick. And they're like, okay, we're good. You're good. You got my back. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And hug the next person. And, that kind of thing. But, wow.
Yeah, and then Julie makes the joke about them making up for the last 3 weeks of not campaigning.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. I'm like, well, because you didn't give them any time before. You actually gave them a few minutes this time to kind of do it. And I didn't actually time it out this time, but it was definitely more than 60 seconds.
And I think that's the thing, is that they gave them the time, but they didn't know how long to make it, because you don't know what's going to be good on the show, right?
Right, exactly.
So, like, if the campaigning is really interesting, which it was super interesting this last
especially when it's live
episode,
because they have a time limit. Legit.
Exactly. Yeah, they got to cut to commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it,
Yeah.
is that they're like, oh, okay, it's actually compelling to watch, whereas everybody's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And there was kind of a consensus within the House the last couple of votes, too,
True.
on who was going
Everybody
home.
knew,
And
yeah.
this time, two of the people stood up for themselves and, like, made a change because they had Cedric in their alliance,
Oh, yeah.
but they were like, maybe it's time to get him out because Ramona, or whatever her name is, Rubina would be an asset.
Yeah.
But then also they left her in the house, and she's kind of romantically linked to
Tucker.
to Tucker.
So, yeah, if he holds on to her and helps her out along the way and
which
stuff.
kind of makes her a little bit of a shield, because he's a shield and then she's a shield, and so, at least those two
But sort of makes her a target
yeah,
as
exactly.
well.
That's what I mean. You can hide behind her by keeping her in, whereas Cedric possibly, because of his smarts from being military intelligence, he could have, outwitted everybody. I'd like to see Cedric on Survivor.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
I think he'd do great on there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because he's physical and stuff too.
Yeah.
And,
I don't want to see
so-
Tucker or Angela on there. This is too dramatic. I don't like it when people are hungry and then people are also just exploding at people
Hangry,
and
yeah.
calling names and
Yeah.
going for vigilante.
Angela could never do Survivor.
Oh,
There's
no.
way. She couldn't handle
No.
a day without
It was-
rice and beans and whatever
she'd
else.
get knocked out first. Or she'd win it,
Or she'd just start crying.
maybe.
Or fake crying.
Just
Or just the face.
make the face. And then be in the mirror going,
Yeah,
I can't get it to cry.
She's like squeezing him out, trying to get
I was like,
tears
oh,
out.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Brother.
Yeah.
Eh?
I've been enjoying it. I'm like...
Yeah, for sure.
And we haven't watched it as it comes out in a while, so it was.
yeah.
It sucks waiting.
Playing catch up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's actually happening. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on?
It's
But-
weird. I find myself looking forward to it kind of
Yeah.
deal, and weird. I'm looking forward to Big Brother when for years I was like, I don't
didn't-
care about
yeah,
Big Brother. Why
I
do
didn't
people?
care
Not
about
why
it
do
at
people
all.
watch it?
Yeah.
Because I did watch it in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm into the. I don't know, the voyeurism, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
of it all kind of deal, and I like cameras and stuff like that too. So I like the
Yeah.
production side of it. That's why I like watching it with you too. Because you sort of like
When
the
the
production
mic's
side
cut
of it,
out.
and the weird
Yeah.
mics cut out, or we'll go back and be like, oh, that's weird. You can see another camera through the mirror angle, or oh, that person's talking over there, and you sort of piece it out. Oh, they're in that part of the house, and I don't know.
Is it raining?
Yep,
Shoot. I didn't recover the firewood. Oh, well, maybe it'll get hot again later.
it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's firewood. We got some firewood.
Hey,
Jason's going to support firewood. We got some
Thanks,
firewood
Nick.
put away. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Yeah, feels good to have some.
Do you want to tackle some Facebook topics?
Yep.
No, you got other stuff.
Well, the other thing I've been listening to, because we were watching Big Brother, and Big Brother reminded me of Biggest Loser. I used to watch
okay.
Biggest Loser with my
Right.
friend Kim. And I was totally against it, of course, because I was like, they're objectifying fat people. And she's like, it's not like that, man. And she's super thin and muscular. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I really got into it. And I mean, they did wind up with some controversy, and the show has changed in the last 4 years, I think it has, because it turned out they were trying to give them speed.
Yeah, amphetamines.
Yeah. So, which makes sense why they were seeing crazy results, and they know that 80% of the people that were on the show didn't maintain any kind of weight loss. Most of them put it back on,
Came
which
back.
is tragic to
Yeah.
go through all of that. I mean, and they did get a stipend, they got a little bit of they got
okay.
paid
Yeah,
$100 a day or something like
Right.
that, and then were fed and housed for that time.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got thinking about Biggest Loser as well, and I didn't realize it was still on. And so I was kind of Googling around, and I was like, oh yeah, Bob Harper. And so I was like, I wonder if there's any, if he's got social media. So he was one of the coaches. So I'd looked up him and Jillian Michaels, yeah, and Jillian Michaels has a podcast. I kind of got listening to it. It's shorter episodes, unless she has a guest on, and then it's longer. And she's debunking, should you have apple cider vinegar and stuff like that.
right,
So she has
right.
experts on all the time, and she's been
okay.
in the fitness industry for 30 years. She's not a nutritionist, And she's really good at like referring people to where they should go and
Seen
stuff.
seen a lot though. Seen a lot of people
Yeah.
gain and lose weight or whatever.
Yeah, so I looked up to see if Bob had any podcasts out there, because I'm kind of getting low on the podcasts that I've, regularly listened to. And so I found one with him and Ethan Suplee. And I don't know if any of you guys know who he is, but he's an actor. And he was on Evolution, which is one of my favorite movies. It's like a feel-good movie for me. And he kind of plays a big dummy in that one. And then speaking of big dummies, he was also in My Name is Earl. And so one of the gals in there calls him a big dummy, but like kind of affectionately, because it's like her brother-in-law or whatever for the show. So, yeah, and I think there was 9 or 11 seasons or something like that of My Name is Earl.
Like 4.
Oh, really?
4 or 5, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not that many seasons of My Name is Earl.
But they did like 25 episodes per.
Oh, that's
So,
what it was.
you know,
yeah, so
definitely
there was
plenty.
like there's like 100 episodes
Yeah.
out there, and we recently just watched a bunch of those. Like, it was a good one
Yeah.
to watch while you're doing a puzzle or something like that. And
I like it because it's fun and it's sort of edgy,
yeah,
ish or
yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Especially for back in the day.
So I listened to the Bob Harper and Ethan Suplee podcast, and it was like super inspirational for me, because I've been trying to go out and get my steps every day, and trying to eat so my body feels better, and ideally not be as heavy or bulky, and so it's been really fun listening to it, because there's like, I don't know, like years, like
Lots.
three or 4
Yeah.
years worth of episodes, and so that's I've been on. It's called The American Glutton, and so if you're into any kind of like overeating or mental health or
Just wellness in general.
yeah,
sort of deal, depending
some bodybuilding stuff in there. Really wide range of people that he has on there.
Because he used to be a big dude.
He used to be
was like,
550 at
is
his
that what he said?
heaviest.
550? Okay.
Yeah, and then he like yo-yoed down, and so he's had some realizations through these experiences, realizing that, like it's not, you can't just take a tapeworm and be all better. You know, he said in high school, he was like,
a lifestyle.
I wanted to do that, because
Yeah.
I was like, is this an answer?
Yeah.
Right? Because like in grade 5, the men's section no longer fit for him.
Right.
And so he was having to shop at a big and tall store since then.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now he's in like the 1X, 2X range, and has been there for like the last 5 years or something like that.
But because he's also jacked. He's worked out.
He's
and
a solid dude.
He's got big shoulders, and he's just a big dude
yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
Even if he at his ideal weight, he would still be.
He got down
jacked dude.
under 200 pounds.
Okay.
He got obsessed with biking for a little while and cardio, and had gotten like really low, and then had started like getting into like bodybuilding and stuff like that. And he talked about not having carbs, because he was like, he's sort of been through it all and gone up and down
Right.
over the years, so he
super inspiring. Hey, lots of good tips
and funny and
reality based. Like that's what I like about it.
Yeah, like the only episodes that I'm not like super into is because he has kids, and he's now a grandpa too. So sometimes they get talking about their why being about the kids, and trying to navigate having kids, and what, like letting them be kids and have kid food, instead of being like, you guys have to eat chickpea ice cream or some shit,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's such a thing as chickpea ice cream. Like cauliflower, freaking everything.
Probably.
Yeah, so it's been a really inspiring podcast for me to listen to, and
Nice.
I don't know if you enjoy having it on in the background constantly, but it's been good for me.
Yeah. I have my headphones if I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah, there's been a few things that he talks about, like other people having different food choices in front of you, say like the kids or his wife, because he's also sober, so he doesn't drink or use opiates or anything anymore either. And so at first, when you're trying to get rid of that, it's nice to not have it around you at all.
Right.
But eventually, if you want to get back into the world and be around people, you're going to be around whatever this temptation is for you, whether it's alcohol or drugs or fatty foods or sugars or whatever your thing is. And so he said that he lives with, it's his wife, and he had 3 daughters, and now I think he has a granddaughter too. So he's surrounded by girls.
Oh, yeah.
And I think growing up, there was a lot of girls in the family too. So the way he thinks about it now is say there's a bag of chips in the cupboard or whatever it is, like a sugary coffee
something he can't have or doesn't want to have.
Yeah, something that's not on his, what he's going to eat for the rest of his life. And again, that's what he realized. It's not a diet. It's not anytime you set a goal, we did the Spartan race.
Yeah.
Once you're done the Spartan race, that goal's been met. It's really easy to just flop back off of that.
Yeah.
So people say, I'm going to lose 30 pounds, or I'm going to lose 100 pounds, or I'm going to fit into these pants. Well, once you reach that goal, then you need to have a plan for maintenance before you reach the goal.
Yeah.
And that's where most of us fail.
Yeah.
And just wind up I reached it. Ta-da, I'm done. And then it's right back to I remember we did the Spartan race and then literally went to the family reunion and just
pigged out.
It was crazy. There was so
Food
much
everywhere,
food and it was macaroni salad and it's all we'd eaten was freaking broccoli and brown rice and green beans and chicken breast with barely anything on it for 7 months before we did the Spartan race. That was oatmeal, blueberries, Vi shakes. It was and then all of a sudden we get there and it's a flavor explosion in your mouth. There's ribs, there's a turducken or whatever the hell that was made on a big roasted pig or something like that. And then desserts and we had it all. And for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then never really went back full on after that. We've definitely tried to eat healthy and had little moments in time or a week here or a month there where we were trying to be diligent, but we haven't gone hard in. And so having that set goal of reaching to here without having a maintenance plan afterwards. And he said a maintenance plan is basically whatever you're eating during your weight loss phase, it's that plus the more of the same stuff.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in a calorie deficit anymore, so you're only eating a certain amount. Maybe you're having 1.5 chicken breasts, or maybe you're having, an extra scoop of broccoli, or you're having a salad or something along that. Along
you still
with
need
it.
to maintain that goal.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And he said that was the big thing that really
pant size
screwed him up. So he's realized it's a lifestyle change, and which he says he hates to say because it sounds really lame.
It's the whole thing, yeah.
But
it's literally true.
But your diet is for the rest of your life. It's not for this finite amount until the wedding or until having a goal is good, but you have to have this plan for afterwards. And so he said, seeing the kids' chips, I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't know if that was the example.
Right.
if they're in the cupboard and they're sitting there and you're tempted by them, he says he thinks of it as that's their thing, the girls have tampons or whatever, right? So he's never going to need a tampon.
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't
wanted one.
He doesn't want the tampon.
Yeah.
So he's it's just something like that. So he's had to just change it in his brain that's their whatever. So when Jason had his chips or whatever here, I'm that's Jason's tampon. So I told him the story, and so now it's kind of weird that it's his tampon. But that's how I tell it in my head. Rather than, and I mean, I still sometimes if I get smoking weed, or we had a friend have a 10-year party because she's had her place for 10 years
Raquel.
now. And so we got to go to her celebration down there. And so, of course, I'd had a couple of drinks, which I normally don't drink. And I came home and then I was
just wasted.
I'll get down on some of those chips too.
Oh yeah.
And I'd been doing really well at not doing that, but also I'd been sweaty, working hard, so maybe my body needed the salt.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know.
And you only had like 4 or 5 or something, didn't you? And then you're like, I'm good.
Yeah. My body didn't want them, and then it hurt my tummy.
Yeah, listen to your body. It knows usually.
Like ice cream and stuff like that. It's the more ingredients there are in there now that I'm not eating that stuff again, my body's just like, I don't know what that is. It and then just punches me all the way down.
The s'mores ice cream is too much.
Yeah, it was painful.
It's delicious.
Yeah. But I think that was what it was. I did s'mores ice cream, and then I put walnuts on it, then did a little drizzle of maple syrup on top, and then I got I ate all the walnuts off the top, so like trying to eat the ice cream too, and I was just like,
So it's the walnuts that did it.
Yeah, and then you came out and I was stargazing, and I was just like, just slide the bowl away. I'm like, can you put that away from me?
I'll put it away, all right.
Yeah, so he made it go away.
Be happy to put away that ice cream for you,
sacrificed.
Put it away in my tummy freezer.
Yep.
There
you go. Saved it till the morning. Anyways, it's Ethan Supley's podcast, American Glutton, has been super inspiring for me for the last couple of weeks, and it's helping, and
Check it
I
out.
appreciate that it's out there. Yay. So if you guys are looking for inspiration, even though it's not January 1st, you can still go check it out.
Don't wait for January 1st.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but then the gym's crowded.
Just do it whenever you feel like doing it, and
start
whenever you feel like starting.
He's got great advice, and he's an actor that I've always enjoyed his
American History X. He was
I
fucking
forgot
phenomenal
he was in
on that
too.
Oh, Jesus,
Really good actor.
I remember being blown away because I knew him from. He was on
My
Mallrats.
Name is Earl. Oh, right.
I think My Name is Earl actually I think came out after. I'm pretty sure came out after American History X, but he was on Mallrats, and then there was something else that he was on.
American History X is super violent.
That was like another sort of comedy. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I can't remember. I want to say it was like a Buffy or one of those that I didn't actually watch, but he was on it, and I liked him, so I watched him. And then American History X, he was on that, and I was just like blown away by him because I knew him as like a comedic
Isn't
actor.
he the brother?
He's
Edward
the buddy.
Norton's? Edward Norton's.
He's the buddy of Edward Norton's brother.
Oh, okay.
Edward Furlong
yeah.
plays the little brother.
Yeah.
And then Seth's sort of like he was actually friends with Edward Norton first. Edward Norton goes to jail.
Right. And then he's
Seth
supposed to be looking out for
he's a hang around
yeah,
kind of guy,
yeah.
and but hardcore dude.
Yep.
And
he was still like 550-ish back then.
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably his biggest almost, I would say. Yeah, for sure. And then actually, now that I think about it, My Name is Earl, he was probably 100 pounds less or more.
He has a good episode where he winds up talking about Jamie Presley.
Jamie Presley, yeah.
Yeah. She's so gorgeous. Oh, my God. Oh.
She's awesome. Super funny.
Oh, it makes my chest tight just thinking about her.
Debbie?
Oh, she's phenomenal. Anyways, he talks about her in one of the episodes.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool.
And working with her and,
Oh,
her getting pregnant and having a baby. And then like a week later being back down to her normal size and being able to just eat whatever. And he's just like, how?
Yeah,
but she works for it. She's a tighty, and she works for it still
and
now.
Body types, just straight up body types are just
metabolism.
different. Metabolisms, DNA, genetics, brain functionings, all kinds of stuff play into everything, and you just got to know.
The biggest thing is your why. Like, why do you want to be different than you are, or you know what I mean? Like finding your why. A lot of people, it's for their kids. A lot of people on there are just like, oh, well, couldn't get off the couch to go chase my kid around, and it was breaking my heart, or the grandkids or whatever.
For me, with the Spartan race, it was literally just I just wanted to do the obstacles. They had all these cool looking obstacles, and I was like, it looked like an adult play. It was before American Ninja Warrior and all that stuff, so it looked like an adult fun zone. Like fucking I want to go and do that.
Yeah,
like when they had like Discovery Zone and like all these other kids places and stuff, I was like, but I want to go on that stuff too.
Can it be adult sized?
It's just creepy for a adult with no kids going up there, So it's like, even though I'm not a creeper, but it's like, I just want to have fun and play. So it was like, well, shit, I want to do all these obstacles. That'd be awesome. Like, well, you got to be able to get from obstacle to obstacle. So it was like, well, okay. So that was my why, was just like, I just want to have fun and do that kind of stuff. It looks awesome.
And
know?
seeing that military dude with no legs getting
Well, that
through
was
it
the
with his
inspiration.
troop was just like,
that
oh,
was
we're
a
just sitting
definite,
there
like-
crying. Like, well,
Yeah.
if he can do it, what's my freaking problem? Yeah.
And you know, inspiration from, I'll take your own inspiration from wherever you can.
Yeah.
And if it helps out, then that's amazing. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah, no, I just do what I feel. I got that stationary bike and tried it at the free store and sort of sat on it. I was like, it seemed comfy enough, but I only did like 2 minutes. It was more for my back.
Yeah.
Like,
to
'cause
see
I can't,
if you're going to be in the right
I can't
position.
be all hunched over and weird.
Why not?
It really hurts my back
Okay. That's a good reason.
and my shoulders and stuff.
It's probably the wrong position.
I'm having trouble breathing right now.
Oh, no.
But-
You're on the bike right now?
I was doing some other shoulder stuff too.
Yeah.
Lots of like
Chopping wood
lots
and
of
Wing Chun.
high up Wing Chun, trying to get it up high.
Oh, gotta get it up.
Get it up there, if
Jason's
you're,
keeping
if
it
you're
up
ever
for
fighting
summer.
somebody that's like
Taller than
taller
you.
than you really gotta,
Usually.
well, I like to train for it.
Yeah.
'cause you
For
never
me,
know.
it's usually carnies. I just do the hand down below and just hold
It's
it.
just a short little cardio.
Yeah,
and then
somewhere between, like, my belly button and my boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're going to
bite
try
and-
to slash. They'll try to slash you. They always got a knife.
Yeah. Well,
If I know anything about carnies.
get the hell kids out and they'll take care of the carnies.
What?
That's a DV reference.
Okay.
Hometown reference from when we grew
Okay.
up, and people would go and fight the carnies every year.
Well, the Drayton Valley
stupid.
has a like a Spartan race obstacle course once a year
Yeah,
now too.
Black Gold Brute.
Yeah,
Look
check
it
it
up.
out if you're looking to do some
Yeah, we'll
obstacles.
put a
and-
link up.
Yeah, I don't know if they've done it already this year, but
No, they're gearing up though. They got like new
Okay.
sponsors and new money, and they laid out the course plan, I think, and everything.
That's
so yeah,
exciting.
they're getting.
yeah. So if
Getting
you're
bigger
in
and
the
better.
Drayton Valley, Alberta area, and you want to go do a obstacle course, because to be like us,
Black Gold Brute. Oh, maybe
they already did it.
Did it this year.
Well, you can check it out anyway.
Oh, look it up.
you can
Should we,
just
should
check
we look
it
it
out.
up right now, and then we'll cut back?
Okay.
Okay, real quick. So we. If
you wanna start training
looks like it's
now-
over for this year.
For
But yes,
2024.
Start training.
If you want to start training,
See, this is a good goal. We're talking about goals and
Goals.
lifestyle changes and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It's, if you need a little why or
A little-
inspiration.
motivation.
July 5th, 2025.
Okay.
Black Gold Brute
Yep.
OCR.
And then
Obstacle
you
course
can-
race, Drayton Valley, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Countdown showing here 319 days, 19 hours, 35 minutes, 7 seconds.
Get training.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Yeah. And goals.
Speaking of Drayton Valley, did you
Yeah.
have some questions
Oh, yeah.
from some Drayton Valley people?
Drayton Valleyites.
Yeah, and all around.
And Cortesians and
All around the
all
world.
over the place.
Well, mostly
Kales.
Western Canada so far.
Kale's, I think, in the States somewhere now. I'm not sure.
What?
Yeah. I think he actually just got his citizenship down there, even. I think. Congrats, bud.
Congratulations. Delicious sounding water you got there.
So,
Some questions from the listeners.
do you want to talk breakdancing or not? Are we
Breakdown.
tired of breakdown?
Breakdown. Did you see Ozzy Man's national apology
his-
for
his,
all
his
of?
apology.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
was awesome. He's like, "Oh man, I'm shaking. I've never had to do an apology video before."
You're not sure if it's real at first, right?
Yeah, I think it's definitely satire.
Oh,
but,
definitely parody.
Yeah, it goes on for
satire.
9 minutes. Just in case you didn't know, there's one lady in the comment that like went on to school him about taking so long, and then being like, "You should just get back to the funny ones now."
Well, I sort of half agreed with her at first because it did go on a
It
little
went on way
long.
too long. I
you
didn't
know.
realize I didn't adjust my camera, so I'm like way down at the bottom for the
I was-
first part. Now I'm going to be taller than you for
I was
the
going
next
to tell
part.
you earlier because you looked like you were getting like really, really close to your mic. Like, pull back.
I'm getting
Pull back.
I'm getting close to the mic now. Am I doing it right? Okay.
You might not be able to hear any of that.
People might not be able to hear it. Anyways,
We're having fun, folks.
you should be
know?
on YouTube because then you can
Having
see me
some fun here.
clown and around.
You know.
So, questions
Oh,
from
breakdancing.
the...
I mean, I could just
Oh,
talk for
break-
too long about breakdancing. So,
well, Australia's sorry that they broke dance.
are they?
Well, Aussie Man
As a
apologized
people.
for them. Yeah.
they are. But so far, there's been like no repercussions, I don't think, or anything
No.
either. And they like tried to really hide it and bury the whole political scandal of it all. And
Yeah, so the deal is like the ray gun
Ray Gun. Yeah.
is her name, which
Yeah.
sounds super fake.
Yeah.
But anyways, I had a horse named Ray Zim.
It's literally, they're just like, because I can't remember what her actual name is. It's like
Laser Girl.
Ray Gunderson, or something like that.
So she shortened it up to be
Ray Gun,
hip-hoppy.
something like that. Yeah, they just like
hip-hopalicious.
looked it up in the what's my hip hop name or my breakdancing name.
Okay, so
know.
the deal is that there's no regulating singular body, national body for breakdancing in Australia. Maybe, I don't know about anywhere else.
Yeah,
And so her husband started a
thing.
group, organization, whatever.
Australian Breakdancing Association. I don't know if that's what it is, but something along those lines.
So he started like a club or whatever,
Yeah.
and then was training people. I'm doing in quotation marks.
Well, are
Or
you
just-
asking me, or are you?
Yeah, I'm just like, this is what I sort of remember from what you told me.
Yeah. So what I've gleaned from
Mm-hmm.
different articles,
Sources
again, because
from the source.
it's really tough to get just a whole full story truth on the internet nowadays.
Yeah.
Because this side tells it one way and this side sort of gives
So on
it,
the other side of the
you
planet.
really got to like
It's all been
take your
spun.
nuggets from here and your nuggets from here and go, oh, that's the truth.
Some common denominators.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So from what I can tell is, and we don't know whether it was because they knew breakdancing was going to be in the Olympics. I think it was.
Yeah.
But he started an association of breakdancing, blah, blah, blah.
So they could qualify.
So that, and then because you need a certain amount of qualifying,
Yeah.
whatevers, to get into the Olympics.
And then he became the judge so that...
And yeah, and so then he's also, he was one of the judges, even though he put on the organization, which is sort of normal.
like to qualify to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's sort of normal. Like almost every organization does the same thing.
Yeah. My
They
Hairdressers
know the most.
Association of BC, they, our coach for training for the world
Yeah.
hair competition, she was a judge also, but she didn't
Right.
judge the men's,
Right.
like the competition doing men's hair, which is
Yeah.
what our team was doing.
Yeah. And I think that even happens in the Olympics.
Yeah, for
sometimes.
sure.
Especially if they're already
Well, we
part
were
of the
at the Olympics.
Judges Federation and
Yeah.
stuff too. Like
Yeah.
it's not,
You have to
not
qualify.
just- yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not such a big deal. But
Yeah,
what's
he
a big
wasn't
deal
a-
is that he picked her as the winner over others that were definitely really good breakdancers.
In order to go
in
to
order
represent
to
the
qualify
country.
for the Olympics and get on the
Right.
Olympic team.
Weird.
He was also on the Olympic selection committee, who happened to pick her.
Okay.
And now my guess is so that they can get a free trip to Paris
Yeah.
under whatever
Government
else, and you
paid,
get all
yeah.
kinds of other little stipends, and you get per diems, and you get little gifts, and you get
Famous.
discounts off of flights and
Memes.
clothes and food and lots of
I
stuff.
was just in
you
it for
know?
the jacket, really.
Not for the discounts and
Stretchy
the
pants weren't
the
comfortable.
flights?
No.
hotels, all kinds of stuff that they
Yeah.
get like discounts for life because they're
Oh.
Olympians.
I didn't get it for life.
Oh no,
Maybe because
Oh,
it was
okay.
in the hair part.
and
That isn't part of the Olympics anymore, so
right, well,
Yeah.
and that's in the States, I
Yeah.
should say, and Canada. I don't know how
how it works in
hardcore
other
Australia
countries.
is, but they're
Yeah.
pretty close socially, like we are. So I
Well,
think
wasn't
it's the same.
Flava Flav having to help
That's
somebody
money.
because
so that's
they
straight up
didn't?
wages
Oh,
and stuff,
okay,
and
to
paying
pay
people's
during.
rent and mortgage,
Right, okay.
because none of that gets paid. Like
Yeah.
most times, they have to do their own fundraising.
Yeah, that's what
you
we
know?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that which sucks.
So they started their own club to qualify, to be able to win, to be able to go to the Olympics to represent their country.
Yeah.
And then and there are lots of other awesome breakdancers
Really good breakdancers
out there. Yeah.
in
like-
Australia.
yeah.
There's a few that are like
epic.
openly livid about it and being like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
You know, but everybody's like, it's breakdance. It's not going to be in the Olympics next year anyway, or next time anyway. Don't worry about it. They're
Yeah.
really trying to like just
Everybody's trying to just because they're kind of
keep
known
this
for
scandal
being
under
nice.
wraps a little bit. You know,
Sort of like
and-
Canadians, they're just supposed
Definitely
to
a-
be nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
still defending her
Yeah.
somewhat. Yeah.
And you know, so I don't know, but I don't think that's not why Olympics isn't going to be in the LA Olympics in 2028.
Why,
though, I don't
breakdancing?
think. Yeah, because certain events are in and out of the Olympics all the time. Like that's
Yeah.
what bugs me now is like people are like, oh, well, why is it even in there? And why is it even in there? Well, why isn't it in there? It's really hard to do.
Yeah, it's something that
very
people
hard
are,
to do.
Yeah, something that people are into.
You know, like it's hard to do even crappily. Like even watching her, some of her moves that she does, I bet at least I'm going to say 65% of the population couldn't do it. Those are good maneuvers. But even like
I've been
she's
practicing
on her
that one,
elbow
though.
at one time, holding her head, and then holds her whole legs and body up. You know, and that's a pretty simple breakdance move, but it's just a hard move in general to do.
Yeah, still
unless you're into
defying
yoga
gravity.
and Pilates, really, you know.
Yeah. I
So-
think she maybe should have had a different outfit on because it sort of seemed like she just showed up in her pajamas and
Yeah.
did it. But I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the style for breakdancers.
Well, and it's
I'm thinking 1990s.
sort of the old school style,
Breakdancing.
and because they have to wear a uniform. Like she
Right.
can't wear her street clothes or whatever else she's going to breakdance in normally
Right.
to make herself look like a cool breakdancer.
And those
It's
outfits
the same
look
as the
slippery.
skateboarders and right, exactly. Yeah,
Nice
you
and
wear your
slippery.
nice windbreaker material, whatever that is. You know, yeah, you got to break some wind.
Right.
So,
Okay. Anyways.
but like you know, there's going to be flag football in the LA Olympics
Mm-hmm.
because it's big there.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You know, it's huge and big in the States and stuff, and they can't have real football.
I love a flag.
You know, I shouldn't say real football. Full contact football, we'll say. They love a flag. They said the States love a
I
flag.
got
That's
all
for
distracted.
sure. That's great. You got a little bored with
Wow.
breakdancing there.
No.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thing is, why not try it and have it? They had pigeon races in the Olympics at one time.
What?
You know, they had fucking tug of war. They had ballroom dancing. They had chess one year.
Hairdressing in
You know,
1996.
they had hairdressing. You know, so I found out something cool that the Paralympic Games.
Yeah.
You know, the Paralympics. I always thought the para stood for like paralyzed, but it's not. It stands for parallel because it runs parallel with. It runs 2 weeks after, or it runs directly after the Olympics, and they use
It's just a coincidence.
parallel. That it runs parallel. I did not know that because they use all the same equipment and facilities and
very ableist
everything.
of
And,
you.
you know, what?
Because you just assumed that they're
That it's because of paralyzed?
paraplegic
Oh,
or something.
I'm better than paranormal.
Yeah.
You know, right? Paralympic Games. There you go.
Do that.
Ghost races. You know, I like that. Like vampire javelin. You know, because of spears and stuff. Wooden spikes and
We'll
spears.
noodle that around.
You know.
If you guys could have one as in paranormal Olympics,
Yeah, Paralympic Games. Okay. I like it. Like
what would you want?
poltergeist vaulting instead of pole vaulting. We might have to noodle this around. There's something there.
It could be.
There's something there.
You
Ooh,
guys let
speaking
us
of
know.
something there, I had an idea for.
You gotta go to the bathroom.
Ooh, speaking of something there, that's gonna be a new code though.
Too many figs in my breakfast. Too many figs. Sorry. Anyways.
I had a thought
there's
for our
something there.
100th episode that's coming up.
What?
This is our
100
98.
episodes.
This is number 98. I know, right?
More puppies?
Way more puppies.
Okay.
As many puppies as we can find.
So it's just like, yes.
Doing something like, remember the Cocaine Bear episode that we did? Where it was like, you know, an animal and a drug.
Oh.
And, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So we could do something like that, but I thought with just different scenarios of words and stuff and come up with... We did it some other time for like a movie thing. We came up with movie scenarios at one time. I
Okay.
can't remember. And I thought... Because lots of people are like, oh, the top 100 clips from your last 100 episodes. Like, I don't want
wanna
to do that.
watch them all.
I don't want
I
to
don't
go
have
through them all
100
and
hours.
find the fucking... Exactly. No, I don't
Who
want
has
to do that.
100 hours to
you
watch
guys
them
watch
all
them
and pick
all.
favorites?
Find the best and then just
Yeah,
watch
if-
those again.
Yeah.
You
If
know?
you guys have favorite episodes or something like that, you can let us know.
Oh, for sure.
I just...
Yeah.
Yeah, or specific topics that we talked about
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
That
bring
you
something
still
up.
want to...
But so I
dive
thought
into.
that we could put it out there to the people and give us like, you know, a setting and then like I can tell when you get about 3/4 into your coffee. We're getting past the point here of
What?
paying attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm just also enjoying making faces.
Yeah, it's good. Is that as distracting as that when I do it too?
Never.
When I make faces? Never?
No.
No.
People don't enjoy that.
No, they don't like it?
They're like,
Oh, okay.
stop it, you guys.
Stop it.
Get to the frickin' point and stuff.
That should have been the Get to the Friggin' Point podcast.
Get to the frickin' point podcast. Next, we'll start another one.
all right.
Okay, we'll end this one.
All right, fine. We'll end this one and start another one. I can just
Start
hear
all
Linda.
over.
Linda, no!
Come on!
Anyway, I thought for the 100 podcast,
Yes.
and I knew this is new to you, so you can tell me what you think about it as well.
This is genuine reaction.
You know, what the frick? I just thought of this yesterday. That, like, if people, wrote in, like, a setting, like, say, a bank, and then somebody wrote in, like, something else, like a horse, and then wrote in AK-47, or...
Like Mad Libs?
Is that what it is? Yeah, exactly.
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs. And then rather than having the actual scenario already, we'll just come up with something fun. And we'll just riff it. I don't know.
Like, what types of tomatoes did you grow this year?
Well, I grew no types of tomatoes.
Huh.
But I morally supported
Yep.
the growing of the tomatoes.
Drove me to the store to get the fertilizer for the
Yay!
tomatoes.
There you go. Yeah, physically and morally supported. You want to show off your tomatoes there?
No.
No?
Cherry tomato. Some other kind of tomato. These ones grow on a big long string of like
bigger cherry
40
tomato?
tomatoes. And then this one's a Cherokee tomato.
Cherokee?
Yeah.
Oh, that seems racist. Look at that. Those are crazy. That thing is like a fucking mutant,
It was really
you know?
it was really difficult to pull off the stem. 'Cause I don't know if
Yeah.
you can tell the green parts
the
all the way.
stem?
The whole stem went all the way through that part. And so I think these tomatoes are the kind where you're supposed to be able to just like tear off one little bit and then stick it in your pocket and save it for later.
Oh, dip it
Because
in
it's
some
kind of
balsamic. And,
got different, like you can just...
yeah, that one's got a butt. And then the other one, if you tilt it the other way, it's got, flip it around, it looks like a sort of flabby butt.
Some old boobies.
Yep. With some 70s
Whatever.
boobs.
Yeah. Anyways,
Nice.
that's the tomatoes
Nice
we grew so
tomatoes.
far. Pretty excited about the garden.
All right, wrap it up, G.
Probably should. I know we said
Yeah.
we were going to talk about the stuff that people wrote in about and the questions.
Yeah, we can leave that.
But it's already over an hour,
Yeah,
and
for
you know,
sure.
you guys are,
Yeah.
pretty busy and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're probably done your dishes and mowing the lawn by now.
We could just record another one.
We could just probably record another one. Okay.
Change shirts. Change
All
shirts
right.
and record another one.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us, and we're totally not going to just do a second one right in a row and make you wait a week for it. So
Nice tease. Awesome. Pod tease. She's
The
a real
real
pod tease, that
pod
one.
tease.
Topic tease.
okay, yeah, we'll get to your topics after this. And
Yay.
thanks for joining us.
For
We love
sure,
you guys.
folks.
If you have ideas or topics or anything, as always, feel free to message us or comment on the links that we share on Facebook and Instagram at We Can't Pick. And if you can go to YouTube, and if you want to watch us doing our fancy dances and my turtle impersonations, and
I'm pointing to the socials
okay,
links right here.
and some
You point to.
show
If you point at the same time.
Yeah,
then we're,
it could be anywhere in these
you're
areas.
right above us. You know.
Yeah, so if you can like and subscribe, that really helps us, and it helps people like you be able to find the podcast.
Share it around. Share it on Facebook and Instagram and all that jazz.
We really appreciate it.
For sure.
And we appreciate you joining us, and
Yay.
we'll catch you most Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be out on all your favorite
Definitely.
places to get podcasts.
Pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast, we're there. And YouTube's.
Okay, guys. Well, love you,
Have
and
fun.
we'll see you next week. And don't be surprised if I have the same hairdo and shirt next week.
Catch you on the flippity dippity. Yay.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.